Pal approaches Mr. Whitman and thanks him for his hospitality, for being a good friend to his nephew Bren. Pal tells Mr. Whitman if he gets a piece of paper and a pen, he'll draw him a map of where the fuel is. Whitman smiles and says, "I can do better than that. I have a collection of maps on board." Pal and Mr. Whitman find a table, and Pal does the best he can to show Mr. Whitman where the fuel is, giving him a detailed description of the direction from where the tracks are blocked. Bren and Mr. Whitman shake hands and have a moment of witty banter, reminiscing a mutual thanks for being great friends. Bren is very young, but he's also a very capable warrior. Mr. Whitman has shown him how to slow down and kill them all, versus running in and only killing as many as you can. Bren will miss their conversations very much. Pal and Bren set out on the road to find Frankie, Pal's sister. Pal tells Bren, "I keep hearing about a female sniper that's doing well in an abandoned industrial zone." He tells Bren how Frankie can hide in plain sight by using makeup and camouflaging her clothing to match the background. She's like a cat, and everyone else is just a mouse. Pal says, "I know it's her." Pal and Bren have driven for over an hour, and they decide to slow down and find a place to get out and stretch their legs. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a jet bike pops up and rockets past them. Bren and Pal immediately jump out and get into a firing position to be able to take some pot shots at the security detail guarding the elite. They know if there's one jet bike, it's a scout, and there's more coming. Everyone knows you can shoot at the guards, and they will not engage you. They will not leave their package to fight unless you shoot at their package. Most quad transports are armored, and they flat out haul ass, so they don't stick around very long. If someone's crazy enough to shoot at the transport itself, the guards divide up. One group goes with the client, and the other group stays behind to decimate every single person they can find. Pal and Bren play it safe and wait for the transport to go by. Then they fire at the rear guards. Pal starts looking off in the distance through his scope, and all of a sudden his face loses all expression. Just minutes ago, that caravan flew over Bren's camp, where Mr. Whitman and all of his friends live. Some people are crazy enough to fire at a transport if they hate the elite that much. Pal can only imagine what would happen if a transport flew over the camp and the man called the Reaper was outside. The guards on jet bikes have a huge advantage. They have a 25mm rapid-fire cannon with explosive-tipped caseless ammo, and they attack in formation. Civilians with small arms haven't got a chance. Bren asks Pal, "What are you looking at?" Pal says, "Nothing." And that is the end of episode 4. We just recently went through a flood after everything else. After having someone try very hard to destroy this project, we are still in the fight, and we just got absolutely stomped on by the weather. This is Frankie's house, and she gained a new visitor. He was looking for refuge at her house, trying to hide from the terrible storm. I couldn't even get to her house until the water subsided after a full day, so she was pretty much stranded. So it turns out we're actually in real life a lot like the characters in the movie. So please smash the like button, because that really helps us a lot. We want to stay in the fight, and we want to finish this movie, and we want to do it with you guys. So thank you very much. This is the end of episode 4. Bye.